Nerderotic.com.
I don't know how many people watch The Punisher.
Yeah.
So there was Eli. There was a Punisher special, and I have to say,
was it good or bad?
It was special.
This isn't a compliment, by the way.
Yeah,
it is one of the better things Disney Plus has done with Marvel.
Yeah, that's kind of my take. It's not the worst thing,
but it's still a turd.
Yeah, that's
it's just painted gold.
Well, these
This
are
is a video
effects,
game, right?
No, this is special effects,
Actual graphics.
from the show.
From the show.
And they claim that it's just a normal shot, and the only VFX that was used at all was to replace the stunt man actor with John Bernthal's face. This looks like a scene from The Last of Us with Joel on PS3. Like, tell me that doesn't look like Joel in The Last of Us, right?
It's like a fucking. It's a PlayStation 2 cinema.
Yeah. Well, we got another bait and switch. We didn't get the Punisher. We got Frank Castle again.
Yeah, crying about being Frank again. Like, I want Punisher to be Punisher and just kill people.
Like, to be clear, we did get like 20 minutes of him just killing people, like mindlessly, senselessly.
Yeah,
we did get a lot of
but
that. I don't understand what the reason for this special was. To me, it didn't do anything different from kind of what we've already seen with Frank. Like, we know that his obsession is about his kids. We understand that. We've known that for several seasons. We get why he's doing the things he does. And could there be something interesting when it's like, hey, I've killed everybody involved who was responsible for this, and that thing that has been driving me for forever, now that's gone. What do I do? You could tell like a semi-interesting story. I don't know if you can do it in 40 minutes, especially when 20 minutes of it is just gratuitous violence, which was cool. There was a lot of cool death sequences. There was a lot of cool fighting sequences.
You do what they did in the comics.
That's not what we were promised.
Yeah.
What they do in the comics is, he finds out that it's not just, the family, and it's been retconned a bunch, but it is the mission. That is his fucking mission. He should be well into being the Punisher at this point. Waking up in the morning, putting on his skull shirt, killing some fucking bad guys. That's it.
The issue was, to tell any of that story, you needed him to go after the woman that started all the violence in the first place. And it had to be essentially, I made a mistake. I didn't go far enough. My mistake was leaving her alive in that car to begin with. I knew she was part of the family. I knew that she was involved in it. I shouldn't have left her alone. And so rather than being at the start, which went on for way too long, should have got over that a lot quicker, of being, I don't know whether I should be doing this. Like, no, my only problem was I didn't go far enough.
Light on Manucci. I mean, she's a quadruple amputee, right? In the comics, she's got no arms and legs, and she's nasty and mean. Steve Dillon art, may he rest in peace.
She's horrible.
She's horrible. So that
Really
could have led into something else. But the beginning, dealing with more PTSD and crying, and I get the setup. Like 5 minutes of that would have been fine. 10 minutes
I like
of
the
that
bit where he's walking
fine.
through the street with all the crime going on around him and stuff, and he's just ignoring
Not
it all.
doing shit.
All the time where he's just sitting in his house with hallucinations. Just, you can cut all of that. That wasn't necessary at all.
Yeah.
So this is the special intro.
It's a 43-minute special that should have been an hour and 15 minutes. Usually we're saying stuff is too long. This was too short.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Man, it's almost. I'm assuming you all watch Dirty Laundry. It's like one of my favorite.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like,
brilliant.
Ignore violence and then click on, okay, I'm violent again. Fantastic. It sounds like you're describing that, but too short.
But a bad version. A bad version of something that came before that was better. That's the Disney model.
Like, if you like action movies, just start watching it from 26 minutes and just enjoy the action. That's good. The rest is the actual story that wraps it up. There is 20 minutes of just great content in there. The problem is it just ends. He saves a girl and the movie just ends. And the woman that started all of this,
that put a hit on him.
He needed to then go after her to finish the mission.
A small bounty on your head was all it took. Every madman, crook, and killer in this neighborhood all worked for us, Frank.
Rather than just taking out essentially street thugs. I would have preferred to see other people that were on his level at fighting that he has to take out.
See, because I actually thought this was a mini-series, not a single episode special one and done. I thought there was going to be further episodes to wrap up the open-ending plot of the woman that set up all the hit people and all that violence. That's the end? I'm like...
Yeah, it felt like a pilot in that regard.
Like, that's weird as
Kind
hell.
of, yeah.
Is it
If
that
anything, it's a
non-stop
setup
action?
For like 15 or 20 minutes, it is pretty much just action.
Once it gets
I
going,
enjoyed the second half.
It's really good. Unfortunately, he's in a dirty sweatshirt. He's not in his Punisher costume at all.
Because he's not the Punisher.
That's a problem.
Like, they rob him of being the Punisher.
He's
this is Punisher born again.
What was the problem with the Punisher show? the same fucking thing. He wasn't really the Punisher. I mean, it was much worse in the second season than the first season. But
so if we look, you had Daredevil on Netflix where he becomes the Punisher. Then he gets his own show, The Punisher, but he kind of doesn't know if he wants to be the Punisher. He has to
downgraded.
He's downgraded, but he's got to kind of become the Punisher again. Then we get about a 6-year gap. We come back for Disney has picked it up. Where Daredevil Born Again season 1. He is the Punisher. He is on mission. We don't get to spend enough time with him. You want to spend more time with him. He's basically in 2 episodes, but he's got the whole walls mapped out and he's tracking these people down. He is on the job. And then we get to this and we miss what they had promised us was essentially that we were going to get to see him on mission in his own property. The original source was it was going to be a Punisher movie. And then it was very quickly downgraded to a Disney Plus movie. And then it was downgraded to an hour. And then it was released at 44 minutes before credits. Weird. And it leaves it on an open prologue. It does the Disney Plus treatment of there is no conclusion. It's a prologue for something that may happen in 12 years.
Maybe.
Now, is it true that this is the second to last outing for John to be Punisher? He's going to be Punisher and Spider-Man, and then that's it. Are they going to bring him back to do more stuff?
The problem is, like, I'm sure that within Marvel and Disney, there's like this philosophical point of view against the Punisher. Like, they don't like the concept of him. He's out there killing possibly diverse people. You know, you can't have him killing fucking neo-Nazis every time, although they would probably try. Even Joss Whedon, bless his heart, canceled as hell back in the day, said if I was running Marvel, the first thing I would get rid of is the Punisher, which I completely disagree with.
Look at John Wick.
Because of the philosophy of look at John Wick. The thing is, though, when you're killing criminals, the criminals aren't really at fault, Eli. They are victims of society. Because we had a Daredevil Born Again episode in season 1 where Daredevil sat down and said, you know, I get why you stole. I understand it's not your fault that you stole something. And it was just like a fucking ho-ho. I can't remember what it was.
It was fiddle-faddle.
It was a fiddle-faddle. A guy stole a fiddle-faddle just because he wanted to taste one.
He needed something sweet.
He something sweet, man.
So he stole candy.
Be better at fucking stealing, okay?
His main complaint was that the punishment for him stealing was ruining his ability to get benefits.
Yes.
And was harming his benefits payments.
If I go to jail,
the show was on his side.
If I go to jail for this crime, there'll be consequences. I won't be able to like make it to work and get my free money.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this actually.
Sorry, go Eli.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, were you guys? Some of you might, if you play video games, do you remember Resident Evil 5 and all the shit?
Of course.
Because Japanese did not know there was going to be an issue. Like, Japan had no fucking clue. They were like, well, we just killed a bunch of white people. Okay, now they're in Africa. There's going to be a bunch of black people. But and then that backlash, and the Japanese were like, wait, hold, what the fuck's going on right now?
Are we supposed to kill white people in Africa? Is that what you're saying?
That's what they did. I do like they were like,
well, hey, they could have solved this easily. When you're stealing something, you just say everyone else is doing it. That's all you need to say, and that absolves you of the crime.
Makes sense.
So the one plot thread they completely abandoned, and I'm happy about that they set up was the anti-vigilante task force and the cops having the Punisher skull. It was supposed to be Frank kind of taking back the skull and making an issue because remember cops during the Summer of Love had Punisher skulls, and they even changed it at Marvel, turned it into some supernatural stupid thing and abandoned one of the most iconic comic book logos ever made because cops were putting and military.
Well, they've been doing it for years at this point.
Yes, but Marvel was against it. Like I said, they do not like the Punisher. They don't.
Nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.